What up, Rafflators? Welcome back to my channel. We're at the corner of Quamina Street and Thomas Street in Georgetown, Guyana. It's Dorado in Hillman. Actually, just beyond this intersection, there's Cara Lodge. Let me give you a glimpse of it. Cara Lodge is one of the older hotels, colonial style hotels in Georgetown. I don't like Herdmanston Lodge, but Herdmanston is on the corner of Lamaha Street and Peter Rose Street in Queenstown. This one is on, this is Cara Lodge is here on Quamina Street. So another good guest house to stay at in Guyana. People are always asking me where to stay. Now that you have Pegasus Suites and Marriott, Best Western, we're forgetting some of these other good hotels here. Right, this is Cara Lodge. Alright, Cara Lodge is kind of boutique hotel in a colonial building here in Georgetown, and it's actually got quite good reviews on the apps. But what I wanted to do is to show you this new hotel, and I thought I'd start recording from this location so that I can show you leading up to the hotel, King's Hotel. All right, so straight up the road here at the corner of Quamina Street and Waterloo Street is King's Hotel. That's the newest hotel here in Georgetown. It's about the same size as the Aden by Best Western. But I wanted to show you how it's changing the city skyline. So over here, that is Teleperformance building. That is a call center. The call centers are having trouble now as the international clients are cancelling or reducing their contracts. But that's a major call center that was built a few years ago, changing the skyline here in Georgetown. This is Thomas Street, right? That's the Teleperformance building here at Thomas and Middle Streets. And this is Middle Street. Thomas Street now, that's Thomas Street looking south. And in the distance, that's a store on Alexander Street. Somebody's putting up a tall commercial building on Alexander Street. Because Thomas Street becomes Alexander Street once you cross over Church Street, which is the next intersection. This is the Amerindian Ministry of Amerindian Affairs, here on Quamina Street, right? Ministry of Amerindian Affairs. And next to it is the Health Emergency Department Center. That's another annex of the Ministry of Health. All right, this is the Ministry of Public Health here on Thomas Street, on Quamina Street. This is ISCAD. All right, this is the AI engineering in Europa. It's kind of new. There is a Ministry of Energy, so Energy Department, the oil and gas industry has a building. I think it's in the next block. I might have passed it near to Cara Lodge. So Maranatha Ministries International, I guess a church. Stride 592 is located here. But what we're looking at this morning is the new King's Hotel. That's coming up at the next intersection. So what's happening with Kings? What's happening is that they've reached another milestone. Somebody had posted a video of a roof garden party at the top of King's Hotel. So they have a roof garden and they had already christened it or blessed it, or maybe had an opening party for the roof. But since the last time we were here, maybe a couple of months ago, they have removed the fabric off of the wall. So there were some fabric covering the walls of the building. And now you can see, without the fabric, what the building looks like. This is Camp Street. That's the ministry. That's the tax department. That building is being rented for Guyana Revenue Authority, which is the tax department. That's Camp Street looking north. We've done a number of videos on Camp Street before. That's a new shopping center that's open up opposite the Guyana Revenue Authority. And this is Camp Street looking south, so down the avenue all the way towards Regent Street. The tall building, that tall blue-gray building is the teleperformance building, another call center building here in Camp Street. They're actually undergoing some severe job cuts because of the reduced contracts from international businesses. But here we are back again on Kwamina Street, and we're approaching King's Hotel from the east. So the sun is coming up behind us. You can see brighter light on the building now. So what we're actually looking at is the east facing side of the building of King's Hotel, and what appears to be large windows is in fact just paint on concrete. So those rectangles are not really windows, they are concrete with paint. So that's so much for the architecture. So I would suggest, or at least seem to think, this is the back of the building. You can see the fire escape stairs, metal stairs. So the first thing to notice is that there are no windows, really, not very many windows on this face of the building. Right at the top, there seems to be floor to ceiling glass, and near the roof garden and opening to the outside. But all of this painting, or what appears to be windows, they're not just windows, they're painted on concrete. So there you can see a few windows. So we're looking at the architecture. Basically we can see the architecture more clearly of the King's Hotel because they've removed the fabric. They've removed the fabric from the walls, and you can basically see what the architecture of the building looks like now. And that's a milestone. They've actually reached a milestone where the architecture of the building is now clear. It's also the size of the building, right? The size of the building is also now clear. It's about the same size. All right, it's the same size as Aden by Best Western. So this is the north facing side. That's the north side of the building, King's Hotel. And this is the west facing side of the building, So the west facing side of the building is also revealed. That is the construction elevator, the ladder on the outside. The scaffolding on the outside, the elevator is down on the ground. You'll probably see it when it moves next. But what we're looking at is the architecture of the building, which is now revealed because they've removed most of the fabric. Morning. Most of the fabric from that used to cover the face of the building. Now, this is Waterloo Street. Right, we're on Waterloo Street. And Quamina Street. That's Waterloo Street looking north towards the Promenade Gardens. Over here, that's the Doctor's Flats and King's Jewelry, which I'm assuming is associated with the King's Hotel. King's Jewelry is located on Quamina Street, a few yards away. This is the Clerical and Commercial Workers Credit Union Limited. And over here on Waterloo Street, we can see King's Hotel. So this is what King's Hotel looks like now. November, 4th of November. So what is interesting is that the architecture so looking at the roof now, where there appears to be floor-to-ceiling glass on the walls. What is interesting is the architecture seems very, very similar in size and features to the Eden by Best Western Hotel, which is on Robb and Ornock Streets. And next door you can see there's a fair amount of construction going on. These are new buildings going up here. This one, of course, is John Lewis Styles. Right, the John Lewis Styles building, which is also next door. I don't know where parking is going to be, but this is now the south-facing side of the building. The south side of King's Hotel. This is what it looks like on the south side. Again, the fabric has been removed from the sides of the building, so it's now much clearer what the architecture looks like. And way up at the top, you can see the roof garden with floor to ceiling glass and opening to the outside, to the atmosphere. So interesting architecture, similar in size to the Eden Hotel, so it's going to be probably around 130 to 150 rooms, I suppose, because that's what the size is suggesting. We don't know yet what the prices will be, when the completion date will be, and when it will be open, but we will keep you updated so that we can welcome this new addition to the hospitality sector in Guyana. Right, so this will be the fourth, when it's completed, the fourth new hotel in Georgetown, starting with the Marriott, Pegasus, Eden, and now King's Hotel. And we'll be able to compare these hotels in terms of amenities and facilities once it's completed. But that's what's happening here in this neck of the woods, the King's Hotel on Quamina and Waterloo Street here in Georgetown. John Lewis Styles, that's their building. A lot of construction going on in this neck of the woods. So John Lewis Styles is expanding their spaces here next door to the King's Hotel. and transforming the skyline of Georgetown. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about this new hotel, the King's Hotel here in Georgetown, Guyana, and how it's changing the skyline of the city center. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later! That's Church Street coming up. Again, this is a location where two cinemas faced each other off. I think the Globe and the Astor. Right, there's still a empty city lot here where the Astor and the Globe cinemas used to be. I think I've probably captured them in videos before the buildings were torn down. You can probably go back in the archives to find those videos. But that's what's up, guys, in Georgetown, Guyana. Later!